In current hot news, Gisele Shaw recently, this is TNA news we're starting with, guys. Gisele Shaw recently requested her release from TNA, and it was granted. She worked the Louisville tapings this past weekend and put someone over on her way out, according to Fightful. And then she made a post thanking TNA and just saying, yeah, I'm looking forward to the next steps of my journey and all of that. I said, yo, this is wild that she just asked for her release like that out of nowhere, but maybe she's really tight with Scott D'Amore and she's going to go check out Maple Leaf Pro. Maybe she has something with the current management. She's not a big fan. I don't know. So shout out Gisele Shaw and wish her the best in all of her future endeavors. I thought she was next up after Jordan Grace. I was like, man, they could really put their money behind her or whatever. It was Devon Dudley. And of course, this is via our friend at D Loves Wrestling. Duke Loves Wrestling. Shout out Duke Loves Wrestling and shout out to Devon and Duke, which is where this excerpt comes from. And he asked Devon, were you a spy? To answer this rumor, because the rumors were that the Dudleys and a lot of these other WWE guys were spies for TNA. And here, he answers the question. And I'm going to play this for you guys.
I've always wondered about this. You're talking about Hogan going into TNA and possibly being a spy. That was definitely the popular thing on the internet back then. Hogan's a spy and he's reporting back to Vince and what have you. What about Devon Dudley? I'm going to ask you directly, Devon. This is a big exclusive now, folks. When you went over to TNA, at any point in time, were you a spy that was reporting back to WWE about the inner workings of TNA?
Hell no, I wasn't even in the meetings for TNA. Oh shit, no, they didn't want me in there. And again, I wasn't ready to be in there. But no, man, I had nothing. I was not reporting. I didn't even speak to people in WWE when I left. You know, remember, I was upset. I can't speak for Bubba, but I was upset because of the whole name thing that had happened. I was extremely pissed. So I wanted nothing to do with WWE during that time. I had a.
So he's obviously referring to like the Team 3D, and they were going to the Dudley brothers. Actually, when they went to TNA, were going to call themselves the Deadly Brothers, but they had tested out like Team 3D. I think they like put out the feelers out on Reddit or something, and the people like. There was like a poll or something, and they were like, "No, Team 3D," and then so they went with that last minute.
I had a gripe with John Laurinaitis because I had felt that it was him that actually sabotaged our meeting with Vince, and we never got a chance to talk to him to renew that contract back in 2005. But then I found out that it wasn't John Laurinaitis that did it. The meeting that we had planned with Vince was I can't remember the date, but we had a meeting planned, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, it got canceled, and then we got told that they weren't gonna renew the contract, and then come to find out that the meeting that on that day that we were supposed to meet with Vince, Brock Lesnar had left football and was talking about coming back to the.
That's not me scraping around, by the way, guys. I don't know what that is.
WWE, and was at Titan Towers the day of the meeting. So we didn't find that out until later, but then we kind of realized that, it wasn't canceled by John Laurinaitis, but it might have been canceled because Vince was meeting with Brock at that time, and we were just secondary.
I've always wanted.
Damn. So there you go. A little scoop too on Brock. Obviously gets the favorable attention, but I mean, the Dudleys are one of the GOATs, but I mean, Brock is Brock, man. He's a lot of money. Just hopefully, hopefully they don't check our texts between me and Brock, pal. That's all. I was sending him text messages, Jesus. So Lexis King said, nah to the bullshit. And this guy, Bluntzilla, says, dude, where you at? It pisses me off, or he says it Pisces me off, because I seen you more on AEW TV than NXT. So Lexis King corrects that, kiboshes the shit, and goes, this is a false statement. I have wrestled 17 matches on NXT live television just this year alone. That is likely 3 times more TV time than my entire 3-year AEW career. Boom. There you go. So he said, nah. So Odyssey Jones will circle back to that. Damian Priest revealed that he was supposed to play Namor. Now, I'm going to drop some fucking scoop. Hollywood Phil here. Hollywood Phil Marks, because I'm a writer, and this story years ago, because I heard about this from before. I know this. Okay, so this Namor, Damian Priest was supposed to play Namor or Kul Khan, as he's known in the MCU. In Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, right? No, that's not true. When years ago this story came out that Damian Priest auditioned and may have a role in Black Panther 2, whatever, and they were saying for Namor back then. Now, I didn't have a pod back then, but I got a pod now, goddammit. And this story resurfaced. Damian Priest revealed that he was supposed to play Namor. No, he never said that. We have the clip right here, and I actually dispel this. So here you go. Me making headlines. Your boy Phil doing the diligence of the dirt sheets, correcting them. Right? I'm breaking the news here because that's not true. Unless Damian Priest comes and corrects me himself, I'm standing on my business and saying this is 99.9% not true. He wasn't supposed to play Namor. So here's the clip in question. And here is him with Giga Chad Van Vliet, who acknowledged himself as such. Chris Van Vliet responded to my Giga Chad tweet and said GCVV. Giga Chad Van Vliet. He listens to PWT, folks. It's acknowledged. No. Okada beat Fletcher. Oh, tell me something new. Fletcher hasn't won a match in forever. Anyways, so here's CVV, and nowhere does Priest go, yeah, it's supposed to be Namor. Like, specifically. He just says he was supposed to be in the movie, so here's...
There was talk about you being in Black Panther, too.
Yeah.
What ended up happening there?
It's a long story, but basically, it got taken away from me, but not from Marvel.
Did you have the role?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Because I know early on it was like you were reading for the role, you were auditioning for it, so you got the role.
Yeah.
And I think we can read between the lines here that
Yeah.
you know the regime was a little bit different at that time.
Exactly.
Maybe you need another Marvel opportunity.
It'll be cool. I'm ready.
And I feel like it could happen now.
Well, and it's funny because now I'm busier than ever. So, and look, come what may, I'm good with it. You know, maybe I do something like that. I go a different route, and I'm not sitting here with you as the world champ. You know, like being a world champion. Like I won a world championship at WrestleMania. Like I don't know if that happens.
Yeah, there was talk about you being in Black Panther too.
So I'm going to dispel that. But first, Jimmy B for $5 says Vince was too busy doing a handicap match with Brock. Yeah, a little 2-on-1 action. You know what I mean? No tag. Actually, a hot tag from the hot shower, pal. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, I have a plane full of kittens afterwards, too. It'll help make you feel a little better. I gave one of my kittens to Alt Jake. He's a... She was a sickly bastard. I'm sorry. Oh my God. We love you and we love Kitty. Okay. Yeah, dude, Jesus Christ. Yeah. It wasn't a tag team scenario. I was with Brock and it was a handicap match. Okay, Bubba. Okay, Devon. All right. Oh my God. I told her get the timetable. Okay, listen. So, oh man. So what happened here was he never said Namor. The sheets go on Cultaholic, and that's what the sheets said before too. He's supposed to play Namor. Why the fuck on God's green earth would he play Namor when this Tanakh guy is a legitimate fucking, the guy who played him is like a real actor, right? And looks like Namor, by the way. Damian Priest does not. But who does Damian Priest look like from the comic books, and who back in the day before I had a pod where I was like, no, when I saw the dirt sheets going, or when I didn't have a pod, yeah, that's what I said. You know, I saw the sheet saying this back in the day, and I was like, no, he wasn't supposed to play Namor. He was supposed to play Attuma. So I said all the sheets ran with Damian saying he was supposed to play Namor in Black Panther 2. but nowhere in this clip does he claim that at all. I'm 99% positive he was supposed to play Attuma in the movie. Attuma is primarily Namor's rival in the comics, but it was his heater in the MCU. You guys remember Attuma, the big heater. So that's who the fuck Damian was supposed to play. I'm telling you that. I'm confirming it. No, I don't know. I could be wrong. He could hit me up and go, Phil, you're wrong, but hey, that's all I'm saying. Anyways, so Odyssey Jones stuff here. We're going to talk about it. But first, we got Giulia, who has been acknowledged as such by the likes of Chelsea Green as well. Yeah, we're not hating on you at all, Damian. It's just you are not Namor. He was supposed to be Attuma. Trust me, it's the same thing. Seth Rollins is supposed to be in Captain America: Brave New World, as like a gooner. Same with like George St. Pierre was the kickboxer in, just like a jobber basically. So not that Attuma's a jobber. Actually, he could threaten Namor, the Submariner, for his throne. And that's the thing. If they made a Namor movie, Damian Priest potentially could have been one of the main villains in that. So, or if they do that, so you can tell how disappointed he was. But it's a new regime now; they won't get denied these opportunities whatsoever. It's not Attuma. Oh my God, Mooster! It's not Attuma. Oh my God. Yeah, they cut his scene. So I wanted to tell you all that too. So I'm pretty sure that's public. Yeah, they cut his scene as well, or his character entirely. But you never know with Marvel, man. You never know. They're always editing down to the last minute. Man, they do reshoots man. If you guys only knew, man. Yeah, it's obvious who he is going to play. Exactly. But yes, Giulia signed a long-term deal with WWE, and her tenure in NXT will be relative to how fast she takes to the American television style. I was right again. To all of these fucking sickos on X, I dedicate to you this Wrestle Purists Fightful Select story here. So yeah, it's exactly because they made the announcement. Everyone has to go to the PC. I hop on the show and go, dude, the marks are going to say fucking, oh, they have to go to NXT first. Oh, you're going to put someone in NXT who's a big star. And it's like, no, dude, they didn't say NXT. They said the PC. So you're going to spend a month there, a week, depending how fast you catch on. And then they'll send you right to the main roster if you're someone like Giulia or if you're a big enough name, right? So I know a lot of people say MJF would need NXT. He would need the PC for sure. I don't know about NXT. That's the whole thing with the PC, why it's so important. It's important to so much more than just NXT, It's important for the future of pro wrestling as a whole. The perfect example is look up a wrestler who's actually dating Lexis King for realsies. Lexis King's for real girlfriend is called Carolina Cruz, however you pronounce it. She's a great follow on socials too. She's really good at social media. And she was on that Tubi. It was the Roku or Tubi show. Roku, I believe, yeah, called WWE Next Gen, which I put over on this podcast previously. And WWE Next Gen grabbed a whole bunch of, it was mostly NIL recruits. Some of them are obviously wrestling fans. And, they trained them and followed these certain ones, who most of them all got released. I'm not going to lie. I think one of them is still on the roster. This big woman, she's an imposing, I forget your name, I'm sorry, blonde lady, and she's imposing like a Jade or a China type, she's not jacked like that, but she's big and statuesque, right? And she's also gorgeous too. And so I think she's the only one they kept, and they released a series of these talents, right? One of them is Carolina Cruz. And she since has taken the training from NXT and completely has applied it to the indies, has the whole character worked out. Her gear's fucking fresh. And you can just tell, obviously we're looking at highlights of indie shows on her socials and stuff, but she's applying what she learned there on the indies. And now she's going to go get all that indie work. And she probably owns her own shit. She's probably smart. Or WWE let her keep her name, Carolina Cruz or whatever. I don't know. They said they're going to let people do that. And she was silently released. I don't think she ever even made it to like Level Up, right? Like that's what I'm talking about. But just from me following her from the show, I can tell, yo, she's applying the PC shit. If she never comes back to WWE again, she's going to go somewhere and do something good with her career. You can just tell by following her socials. Like she gets it, you know, and that's what the NXT's for. And Marigold and all this stuff. It's not, you can't just be focused on like, oh, we need all the free agents and put them in there now. Anyways, Giulia, she's gonna, her time in NXT is gonna be based on how fast she adapts. It'll be 2 fucking minutes. Are you guys watching NXT? Are you guys watching like her? She's got aura. Look at the look. Look at the smirk. It's everything about her. The clothes she wears when she comes out. Everything. The music they did was perfect. All of it. People are trying to roast her for not laying in her knee and knocking out. I have it in the sicko segment later, but they're trying to get on Giulia for not like laying a knee in on Chelsea Green, who's a main roster star. But we see her in there already mixing it up with Chelsea Green. She's going to go main roster sooner than later. I could honestly see her losing her match to Roxanne. I think that'd be a dumb idea, but if they did, I would understand why, because Roxanne's going to stay in NXT like Roxanne Perez and get these other girls over too, like Delta and shit. Does Giulia need the win? Yes. I think they're going to give it to her and they're just going to give her the fucking title like right away. But conspiracy feels like, man, because that's the obvious thing, WWE keeps us on our toes, man. Who knows? Maybe she loses. And then I don't know. Maybe Chelsea cost her the match. So then she just shows up right away on the main roster to be like, what's up? And then her first feud is against Chelsea. Boom, right there. I just booked it. Like, we'd be pissed. But if she has, just think about the booking though. If Giulia has Roxanne beat dead to rights and then fucking Green just screws her, pause. Not my fantasy, but fantasy booking, guys. Okay. No, but if Chelsea like screws her, pause again. Hold on. Oh, come on now, Phil. It's not Thirstcast already. But yeah, if she just messes her up, and then Giulia goes to the main roster, she just shows up on SmackDown the week after, and it's just like, what's up? Or she's on Raw, yeah. And she just shows up on Raw. What's up, Chelsea? Beats her ass or whatever, you know? So now we're going to shit on WWE a little bit here via Wrestle Purists because the owner of RevPro, that, of course, Tony Khan, and that's where, like, Michael Oku wrestles at, and, like, MJF wrestled him there leading up to All In, you guys know. And then who else? What happened? Ospreay wrestled there too recently. And this guy who runs it, Andy Kilden, sorry if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. He had something to say about WWE. Obviously, he's closely allied with AEW. Let's read it and figure it out. Rick and Morty, the anime is coming. Sweet. RevPro owner Andy Kilden reveals why he didn't partner up with WWE. Claims WWE would have had the option to buy RevPro. Damn. So now a lot of people are going at WWE for this. Well, let me read his shit. But I wouldn't say we didn't want to work with them. I think it was very much on the table for us to work with them. Like I said, partnerships have to be two-sided. We had the conversations. One of the terms they used was, we're bringing you under the WWE umbrella. Okay, yeah, because that's what it is, bro. The WWE umbrella, LAA, bro. Okay, it's a loan deal. I forget how it was termed, like loan your footage for X amount of time for the network. And at the end of the term of the contract, sorry guys, this isn't me. Whoever wrote this like shit. They had the option to buy, and it's like, option to buy the footage? No, the whole promotion. So I think that's a bit of a leap when you get to that stage. Then what's going to happen to you? Are you going to get a job there? Can you get fired? Is there going to be a no compete? Well, also, when was this? When they were buying up the UK indies? Like, you got to come more specific than that. Well, come on, man. You gotta be a little more specific. Is this when WWE was buying up the UK indies, or is this when like? Because I don't know. Let's read some of these comments. So Jobber Nation says, and this is why RevPro will remain on the island of irrelevancy. I don't know about all that. TNA is, so this is what I don't like. TNA is going to find out the hard way what happens when you work with WWE. No, that's not the same thing at all. It's literally, these are two completely different things we're talking about here. Not the same as TNA. TNA is a full-on like partnership, and like they accept the underling thing, but there's no, oh, we're going to exchange a tape deal and whatever, then you'll buy us. And if WWE does buy TNA, I believe, personally, I bet they'll keep it open as like a fucking territory that's based more out of Canada, which what TNA is. I fully see that. Is RevPro not doing that with both AEW and New Japan right now? Basically, that's what it is. It's like a line in the sand is starting to be drawn. AEW, RevPro, New Japan, Stardom versus like Marigold, Pro Wrestle Noah, All Japan, and fucking like in the UK. Is like Evolve still a thing, or like what? I don't know what. WWE bought up all those UK territories, so, and then they started NXT UKs, which closed. So I don't know what the whole ordeal is with all of that. But Odyssey Jones has reportedly been fired by WWE. I might have said AEW. I botched. I know. I'm watching AEW currently though, but WWE. Here's a quote from Brian Alvarez. There has not been a press release or anything like that, but I've been told Odyssey Jones is fired. Apparently no arrests at this point, but I was told fired. So that's it for Odyssey Jones. Odyssey Jones is accused of, he's removed from the WWE roster page on the official website. And he was accused of like some domestic violence stuff. Now, here we go. Wrestling News Co. This Twitter account has been tweeting for months about Odyssey Jones. Unclear if this was what WWE officials saw, or if there's an official police record, or if this is connected in any way, correct? So we don't know, but I titled it The Truth About Odyssey Jones because that's their name. Let's go. So I don't know, like, prayers up for anyone if they are going through some shit. Trust me, I'm not like here to get into all that, and I hope he didn't do it. Why would you throw everything away? You got to be conscious, man. You got to know. But I also don't want to be like, he did this shit before we know if he did this shit. But clearly it's enough, like, WWE said, you got to go. So I don't know, man. Anyways, let's read some of these, right? No, the real Odyssey Jones here. Omari Jahai Palmer is a woman beater. I would have died while on vacation with him, and he wants to pretend like nothing happened to try and keep me shut. Tagging him all the time. And he's got her blocked now, I think, because that's why she can't. I'm assuming this is a woman, right? She said she's on vacation with him and would have died, and he's apparently a domestic abuser, unless he's into dudes, and that's cool too. But I don't know, right? I'm just assuming here. So now like they're not tagged, right? So this is something people aren't pointing out either. Like Osho isn't tagged because probably got blocked, but WWE don't block. So the mental distress from your abuse needs to be known. Odyssey Jones is a woman beater and I'm sorry, I don't know what YouTube is, and almost deleted me while on vacation with him. We'll do it all in Matt Hardy's voice, so it's I have every proof you need to back this statement up. Yes. Sorry, guys. That's okay. Happy birthday, Odyssey Jones. Left me bruised up and with a slight concussion while on vacation. Sorry, I'll stop. While on vacation for, quote, his birthday. Well, was it actually his birthday? Why is his birthday in quotes? No. Gonna psychoanalyze this fucking victim. Nothing but a woman beater. I will no longer be quiet. Busy putting hands on women while on vacation. So like this is obviously one specific incident as well that, you know what I mean? So we gotta it's not like he's doing this all the time as far as we know. This person's not even claiming that either. They're claiming like they got their ass beat in fucking in Cabo or something. They're in Ibiza getting that ass beat. No, I'm not trying to be. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be funny. I do a comedy show here, guys. So if anybody's hearing this, I do take these matters seriously, but it's just we don't know any information, right? So, you know, you have Santi Zap here, shout him out. Send me your favorite wrestling match of all time. This for a video. Higher likelihood whatever. And then this guy goes, Odyssey Jones beating on a woman. Seen that one yet? Stay tuned. You know, he's an abuser. Deleted me on vacation. I don't mean to laugh. Sorry. CTE woman beater Jones. Like, that's crazy. CTE, like, where's that coming from? So I'm not going to read all these. It's been going on for a long time. And now WWE released them. So I don't want to just be like, where there's smoke, there's fire, and he's guilty. But it's like, you know, like a woman accused Matt Riddle of shit. They looked into it, and there was a face to that shit. There's no face to these accusations, and they didn't let him go. You know, now with Odyssey, they just let him go right away. So maybe there's smoke there, or maybe they just don't want any issues with like legal shit. I wouldn't, man, right now. Like, if you're WWE, you just want the Vince shit to go away because they've clearly moved on from all that. And then everybody's saying too, like, oh, Janelle Grant wasn't interviewed for everyone's made again, the dirt sheets. They come up with all these fucking fake rumors, man. Oh, see, they didn't even talk to Janelle Grant and blah, blah, blah. Won't there? It'll be a fluff piece. The Netflix people came out, were like, no, we reached out to them and they declined to talk about it. The same reason why you don't see her on the internet fucking crying all the time. And she even asked for privacy and stuff. So it's like, man, you guys really gotta learn some I don't know, just calm the fuck down, stop putting out your own narratives of what you want things to be and look at what they are, right? That's what I try to do. That's how I add value to the IWC, I think. You know what I mean?